Metro Detroit golfers. It's Tuesday. I'm Chad.
And I'm Ben.
We are here with the Tuesday Tip of the Week. This week, for those of you who are struggling getting your ball flight to go higher, longer, straighter, what have you, this week we're going to show you the easiest possible way to improve your ball flight.
This is a fun conversation that we always get to have with people. So I think everybody is maybe so fixed on they have to have the right ball position. But we don't think that there's a right and a wrong here. We're just going to tell you that your ball position is going to influence how your golf ball flies. So whether you put it more back or more forward, it is ultimately going to determine where that thing ends up and how high or how low it goes.
So you're saying the easiest way to change a ball flight is to influence the ball position?
Yeah, it's pretty simple, right?
Yeah, but often overlooked. So when people come to the Golf Leadership Academy here, they're so focused on making their swing be perfect and changing their swing that they often overlook the easiest things that you can do. So we have this hula hoop here, Ben. Why is this hula hoop important?
Yeah, this hula hoop actually does a lot of things. We're not going to demonstrate how to hula because that would not be appropriate. So we're going to use it to teach ball flight. So if you look at this hula hoop, it's quite interesting. If I were to move the ball more forward in my stance, ultimately I'd move my swing circle this way, right? And if you notice what happens to the hula hoop, it actually starts to go upward and to the left. So for those of you hookers out there, we talked about that recently, right? One of the easiest things you could do is actually just move your ball position around a little bit, because we know for you hookers out there, a lot of times your ball position could be back a little bit and it's moving your swing direction more to the right. So if you just move it more forward, it's an easy way to get your swing path to go more left and fix the hook.
So you're saying ball position change will change the path and the face relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Which will then change the ball flight.
Yes.
It's kind of one of the cool things we learned from TrackMan is you don't have to make the perfect swing. You just kind of need to put the ball in a place where the swing's going to be.
You got it.
Cool. Talk about when the ball goes back. What happens to the path and the angle of attack and all that stuff?
Yeah, so now when I move my ball position back, if you look at the hula hoop here, you can see that the swing direction is moving more rightward in this case, and the club would be traveling downward more.
So a club head that's moving downward and rightward relative to the target line, yes?
You got it. And a couple weeks ago when we were talking about angle of attack and how to hit it farther, we said that the person that hits down on it 5 versus up on it 5 is losing 30 yards in distance. So another easy thing that player could do is just move back this way.
So just learn to move around. Move your feet.
That's really all you got to do.
Yeah, very good.
Be playful.
Yeah, so being playful and going to the range and experimenting with this stuff to find out that it absolutely will change the way that ball flies. And you don't have to rewire your swing. You don't have to look like a tour player to make this work.
No. It does a lot of other cool things too. I mean, it'll help you with divot control.
Wow. So like the low point, where the divot happens, yeah?
Yeah, so if you notice that you're struggling hitting behind the ball all the time, one of the things you could do is just move your ball position back.
Very good. So we talked about like forward in the stance and back in the stance.
Yep.
Play around with that and let the ball guide you, let the ball be the teacher. What about like how close or far people should be or not be from the ball? What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's another thing. For me, it influences divot depth more than anything. So the farther I get away from the ball, the thinner the divot gets. The closer I get, the deeper it gets. So a lot of times, for those of you who are maybe taking some massive craters out of the earth, try moving a little farther from the ball. If you're one of those players that you're a picker and you hit it thin a lot, try moving a little bit closer to the ball. Once again, there are no rules here, and you have to continue to experiment. Experimentation is the highest form of learning.
Amen to that. So move your ball position around, back in your stance, forward in your stance, get closer, get farther away, and find out what effect it has on your quality of the strike, and your ball flight. We hope this Tuesday tip helps you play with your ball position. We thank you for joining us, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.